Zhongli is gravity.
Yes.
I would have assumed that he'd be Zhongli, which is not here. That's not what's written here. So
that's not how you would say his name?
no, this
Isn't it?
here is Zhongli. So for anyone who wants to pronounce it correctly, Zhongli for time. This is a play on words. Like, yeah, it's called a shuangguangyu, like a double meaning.
Today, I'm showing Genshin Impact to a Chinese teacher.
My name's Spencer, and I'm a longtime pal of Phil's. I'm a Chinese teacher and a like Eastern religion teacher.
I'm going to be showing this Chinese teacher the Zhongli character demo. Sorry.
We last left off with ancient Liyue beset by an ocean demon and a mountain dragon. Rex Lapis mustered his adepti to restore peace to the land. They say that before he set out, he spoke these words.
Cool music, right? The martial arts as well, yeah.
This is an age of gods and monsters. I wish not for dominion. Yet I cannot watch the common folk suffer.
You got such a good voice, too, the actor.
I will have order.
Awesome. Ah,
Very well done.
yeah. I was just gonna say, like,
Cleanse the land
oh,
and defend our safe harbor. That was the first contract in Liyue. And now, the final contract too has been set in stone.
all right, man. So, what do you think?
Okay, so yeah, very Chinese looking. The fact that he has like a spear in Chinese Kung Fu, like there's a different like a position of every weapon, and so like for example, like the Dao, like the broadsword, is like of the 100 weapons they say, like by being zhi, and then it might be like Jun, like the soldier, like the soldier of the 100 weapons or something.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
the spear, I think, and someone could correct me if they know better, is the Bai Bing Zhi Wang, like the king of the 100 weapons.
Awesome.
And so it's like a, not maybe in actual war in ancient China, like only certain people had spears, but it's just considered like the art of the spear is supposed to be like a very like high ranking art and like a refined art compared to something like the Dao, which like everyone would have.
Right.
And so that's pretty neat. And then if we just, could we just scrub through?
Yeah, absolutely. You wanted to see some of the other parts?
Yeah.
And yeah, feel free to talk over it. Like it's lowered enough. That's so cool though, because yeah, he's like the boss. And you can be as spoiler as you want in the chat, guys. Yeah.
Oh, pause.
Yep.
So if you see those, there's a bunch of characters that are like swirling around him.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah. Right about there. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so those are
Uh-huh.
not normal characters that we would see now.
Uh-huh.
Those are what's called Jiaguwen, which is oracle bone characters. So
Wow.
the first record, the first written record of any Chinese characters were on these turtle bones that were used for divination. So you would ask a question to a shaman, and then they would write the question in these characters on the turtle bone. They'd like carve it in, and then burn them, and where they cracked would reveal to the shaman the answer to the question. And those oracle bones are like the first characters, and most of them. So this might be more than everyone's sort of expecting to hear. And if this is boring, just put it in the chat, and Phil will notice.
I'm loving this. I'm loving it.
But in Chinese characters, there are 5 categories of characters. Like there are 5 types of characters in modern Chinese, and the first type that we see is like a pictograph, they call it in English. So it looks like something, right? And so, for example, like the character for like a river is like 3 lines, and it looks like the flow of water.
Like a pictograph, like an actual, like, it looks like the water.
And like
that's awesome.
A tree is like a little like caricature of a tree.
Yeah.
Those are now, they are their own characters, but in modern Chinese, they're also used as what are called bushou, radicals, that are components of other characters that are put together to make other more complex things. But jiaguwen are all, like these oracle bones, are all pictograph characters. And you see that they're, like, the way that they were drawn originally are quite unique, and you'll never be able to, like, type in a character that looks like that, for example. But in, like, certain types of calligraphy, like very old school calligraphy, and like if someone's trying to emulate like what's called zhuanshu, it's like a certain style of calligraphy that emulates the oracle bones, you'll see these like very flowy looking characters rather than more like geometric things. So that's what we see surrounding this character, which is pretty cool because it's like sort of like channeling something like very, very elemental and like core, right?
So also what's really cool is Zhongli he's an immortal. Like, he's very old. And this is like, you realize as you play through the story, he's just kind of posing as a person in society, but you learn he's like this really ancient guy who's been watching over Liyue for a very long time. So it's really cool. Somebody said, you look like brothers. Oh. We've had that a few times in China a lot.
We've been called twins. Even
yeah, it's true.
I'm just looking at this chat. He's basically the god of Geo. What is that?
Geo is sort of the earth, like, chthonic power of the world. He can summon rocks up. He like uses rocks as a shield, and just like earthen things like that, which is really cool. And he can call down like pretty much like a meteor that just explodes, which is really cool. And yeah, it's fantastic. Significant. Oh, so somebody said, I recall mention of significance to the rings he wears as well.
Does he?
So maybe
on
we
his
can
fingers or on his arms or something?
Yeah, maybe we can see like in a close up. I don't see any on his fingers. Oh, I mean, there's just rings. I don't know if they're able to be distinguished as anything from that shot, but
They say that
cool.
before he set out,
But yeah, we'll just continue on from there. I love that. Those are crazy. Yeah, those are really cool. Really
Very
beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's amazing. You guys are getting some real sauce right now. This is awesome. What does he say here? Yeah,
This is an age of gods and monsters. I wish not for dominion. Yet I cannot watch the common folk suffer.
awesome. I mean, the martial arts are cool too. I think the choreography is quite good. But you can see the way he fights. There's like rocks coming up from the ground and everything. And that's what I was talking about. Yeah, and he like turns everybody to stone. Cool. Yeah, really good camera work as well as always here.
Yeah.
To cleanse the land and defend our safe harbor. That was the first contract in Liyue.
What is Liyue?
Liyue is the city that is based on China in the game. There's several cities. The first one's Mondstadt. It's based on Germany. Liyue is the second one. The third one is Inazuma. It's Japan. The fourth is what is it called? Just gave you me. The fifth is Fontaine. It's based on France. So they have like kind of, it's a big world map. You can wander around wherever you want. And as the expansions go on over the years, they add in all these cities. It's really cool. So his is the Liyue is the Chinese area. It's a really cool looking city, and 100% Chinese architecture, really beautiful, kind of like more like we were in China, like kind of ancient look to it, not modernized stuff like skyscrapers or anything.
Yeah.
It's really, really beautiful. Sumeru, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, is that like the like South Asia?
Yeah, it's
Like
kind
India,
of
Nepal.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of. Oh, look.
Oh, Li Yue. Okay, so Li is glass, and Yue is the moon. And you see that Yue character, that second one, is an old pictograph character. It looks like the moon.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like a sort of crescent moon. It's now been like over thousands of years, like turned into something that we don't immediately think moon, but in its original form it did. So,
amazing.
Glass moon. Not sure if that has any significance for the viewers.
Maybe the lore masters know better than me. Glass moon. If that means anything in the story, I'm trying to recall. But that's amazing. Yeah, beautiful name, if nothing else. But yeah, Sumeru is that essentially like a mix of that, maybe a little bit of Middle Eastern influence as well.
It's like in the Buddhist geography of like the cosmology of Buddhism. There's like the great mountain is Meru, and it's like basically the center of the world, like the center of the universe rather.
That's awesome. Daniel says he's known as the god of contracts. This is Zhongli. So in the story of the game, he is about to retire his god position of protector of Liyue. So this is his last contract. This is his final thing. We need more longer short films with you and Juan Carlos because y'all great, man. Thank you so much, Keely. Great to see you, man. Thanks so much for the enthusiasm. Lag says Sumeru is Persian Empire. Okay, so from dry desert of Egypt to West India forest. Awesome. There you go.
Neat.
Very fun. So yeah, what do you think? Anything more on Zhongli? It's a cool character, right?
Very cool. I'd be curious to see the characters for Zhongli because...
Why don't we look it up right now? Because we're in, we're in his video. That'll be a good time. And then we can go to other characters as well. We have Xiao open here. Let's go to, where would he be? I guess it's alphabetical, right? Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's look at it. There we go. Hope you can see. We got like ads popping up. Hold on.
Not what I would have pictured because Zhongli is gravity, which it seems like just looking at like the gameplay with like Earth and stuff that has something to do with it.
Yes.
I would have assumed that he'd be Zhongli, which it's not here. That's not what's written here. So
that's not how you would say his name?
No, we would say.
Well, what would the character for that be? Is it a different character? You mean?
No, it would be the same. Well, the same phonetic, but a different tone and different characters.
Wow.
So this here is Zhongli. Mm-hmm. So for anyone who wants to pronounce it correctly, Zhongli.
Zhongli.
So this Zhong is for time, but it also the word Zhong is. I'm assuming that the name for this is a play on words. Like, it's called a shuangguangyu, like a double meaning that it harks to that gravity idea, is my assumption. But then here, zhong is an often punned word because it means a clock and time. But it also is used, it's a play on words of another character with the same tone and pronunciation, zhong, that means the finality, as in like the end of a life.
Whoa, look.
And so
he's retiring, yeah.
So zhong, for example, in Chinese culture, you never give someone a watch or a clock because that to give someone a gift is called song, and song zhong, like to give a clock, is a play on words of to send someone off at the end of their life, like to death.
Wow.
And so it's like a faux pas socially.
That's so interesting. Wow, you guys are really getting a lot. This is awesome.
That second character, Li, is to leave. Like
really?
It comes from this word li kai, which is to leave without. It doesn't imply that there's an intention of coming back. So like a
really. This is like
he is a funerary office advisor. That makes sense. So
wow.
So Zhongli would be like sending people off so that they go away.
Incredible.
Pretty neat.
I mean, the layers to this, guys. We have the reference to the funerary. We have reference to his last contract, reference to his god position ending. Everything in just a couple of characters. Man, this is why Chinese is so cool.
Chinese
like you
is
can
amazing.
put so much into it. You guys like writing this stuff down? This is amazing. I just forgot to post in Discord, so I'm doing that as we talk. That we're live here. Amazing work.
I see Austin Seven said he spends all his money like he doesn't need it anymore.
Zhongli.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, good. We posted in Discord as well. No, I mean, it's cool because, and this is why I wanted to do this with you guys. For me, what Spencer just said has like given me a deeper appreciation for the character already, and sort of like what his story is and what it means. It's cool because he's also always talking about time. Like I have the character in the game. You can get, I think, what is there? Almost like 100 characters at this point. There's so many characters in Genshin, but you can kind of almost like pulling Pokemon cards. You pull certain characters and you get them. So we got Zhongli on our party, and he says when he's like walking around in the world, he'll kind of like often muse on if somebody can type the line. He says it 900 times in the game, but he often says like, you know, I love, you know, I remember drinking tea with my friends, but like, where are my friends? Like he's always musing that he's been around so long and everything, and they're not here anymore. It's really, really cool. But welcome everybody who's just joining. Hello, Akariat. Good to see you. He's leaving his position as God, says Daniel. Spends all his money. Yeah, it's a really cool story, and he's always been a fan favorite, I think, because he's just like is awesome in a lot of different ways, even martial arts and everything. But yeah, it's really fitting.
He's tired.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Like an
awesome.
elf.
That's it. That's the line that he says. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, but where are those who share the memory? Yeah, he's just like says that.
Ooh, Osmanthus.
Ooh,
So
what's this? Something else?
So, well, it's a very like often made tea is from what's called a guishu. So, osmanthus is the tree, I believe. At least the characters would say so. That that the bark of which is cinnamon. So, it's a very popular tea. And it's like not a word we often hear in English.
No.
But like gui hua cha, like osmanthus flower tea, is like a very nice tea that like if you're a guest in someone's house and they make that, it's like, oh, that's nice.
Wow. That's awesome. Somebody said, Lag says he hide himself as the
The Keqian of Wu Tao. I need to see the characters to.
awesome.
Keqian, well, if it's guest retainer, then Ke is like a guest, and then Qin is like close or like intimate. So
Awesome.
Like an honored guest, I guess.
Ooh, awesome. Does Rex Lapis mean anything? Well, that's definitely a different language. That is Greek, I believe. Rex means king. You know, like Tyrannosaurus Rex means a tyrant
Is
lizard
lapis, like,
king.
blue?
Lapis is like lapis lazuli is a blue stone. Lapis, I would assume, is a reference to that. Yeah, not sure on that one. We need to get a Latin and Greek expert
Yeah.
for that one. Yeah. But that's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, wow, we got a lot on Zhongli from watching one video and looking at the character. That's awesome. Super cool, guys. Well, how about this? Do you guys have any more quick questions for Spencer? Maybe about stuff that has to do with Zhongli's story, stuff that happens to him in the story. Again, go crazy with spoilers. You know, Spencer's not playing the game. We're just analyzing the character. And we'll give it a second because there's a chat delay. And then after that, maybe we'll check out another character video. It could be really fun. Yeah. He's the only character that doesn't rush when idle. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. That's cool. Thought it was Lupus, like wolf. Oh. One of his nicknames, Morax. Rex, Lapis, God of Contract. Oh, so he has a lot of different names. It makes sense. He's been around for like thousands of years.
Oh, these are nicknames for Zhongli.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. The gem, Lapis Lazuli. Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions for Spencer, you know, put them out there now. And then I think we're going to look at maybe Shao trailer. It'd be really fun. And then
We'll see this when could always pause, and
yeah, true.
despite the apparent hatred of pausing.
yeah. Listen, if you have a thought and you're gonna like forget it, tell me to pause. It's fine. This is a very different kind of video than normal, so I can pause on these. Be good. Yeah, his nickname is Marax. Awesome. Yeah, if you have questions, you can field them at any time. I'm gonna pull up another trailer, and we'll go there. Are you gonna show him the Divine Damsel of Devastation cutscene? I don't remember what that is. If you guys think it's really good, maybe we could. And listen, if you have any other trailers that are like super Chinese centric that he might enjoy, you can let me know. I mean, they're all like a minute long. They're all super short. But for now, we're going to go to another character.